E aí, galera? Estamos ao vivo para começar a nossa aula. Tudo bom com vocês? I can see Jacob and Lupita are already there. Tudo bom, gente? Boa tarde. Como é que vocês estão? Boa tarde, Lupe. Boa tarde, Jacob and everyone else. I'm super glad to be here. I just got home. I was in one of these Christmas lunches we have in the end of the year during holiday season, and I ran to get to my place and start our class. Oi, Safe, tudo bem? So, guys, if you have any problems with sounds, you let me know, okay? Please write in the comment section if something happens, because it's about to pour rain, and during this season here in Brazil, it rains a lot, and when we have these heavy rains, we can be out of power, so internet can just go down. So you let me know if something happens, okay? Oi, Adam, tudo bom? Oi, Daniele, bem-vindos. So, guys, today, as you can see in this class's description, we are going to talk about articles and pronouns in Portuguese. So I'm going to show you how to use articles, definite and indefinite, and also a specific kind of pronoun. Okay, and I know this can be a little bit confusing sometimes. So if you have already studied this and you have some questions, use this time to ask us about it, ok? O Safe está perguntando aqui, o que foi o almoço? Eu comi uma costela de porco, isso, com uma batata cozida e com bacon e um molho. Tava bem gostoso. Muito bom, muito bom. Vocês gostam de costela? Vocês sabem o que é costela? Ribs. Tava bem bom, gente. Tadinha, mas estou de volta. Bom, então vamos lá, queridos. Vamos começar então a discutir esse assunto. E eu vou mostrar para vocês primeiro um diálogo e a partir desse diálogo a gente vai estudar os artigos e os pronomes. Vamos lá? Então vejam bem. Olha só. Vamos dar uma olhada nesse diálogo juntos. Então temos aqui a Carolina conversando com o Rafael. Olha só. Vou ler primeiro e tentem prestar atenção na pronúncia e também no sentido, tá bom? Então, vamos lá. Peraí. Pronto. Só tô colocando meu celular no modo avião para não tocar durante a aula, porque eu vou te contar. Olha só, vamos lá. Eu viajo amanhã, mas eu não tenho uma mala. Eu tenho. Você pode usar minha mala. Ai, que ótimo! E como é essa mala? A mala é grande, mas é leve. Perfeito. Vamos ler mais uma vez? Let's read it one second time. Eu viajo amanhã, mas eu não tenho uma mala. Eu tenho. Você pode usar minha mala. Ai, que ótimo! Como é essa mala? A mala é grande, mas é leve. Perfeito. Bom, a gente tem alguns verbos, né, aparecendo aqui nesse diálogo. E aí, eu coloquei esses verbos aqui para a gente observar, tá? Então, temos o verbo viajar, que em português significa... Quem lembra aí o significado do verbo viajar? Pode escrever aí na seção de comentários. Viajar means... e aqui toda a conjugação dele no presente, do indicativo, ok? Depois, coloquei também o verbo ter. Deixa eu ver se vocês responderam aqui. Ainda não. Mas em seguida eu coloquei o verbo ter e também a conjugação dele aí no presente, né, do indicativo. E o verbo ter, gente, ele é um verbo bastante irregular, né? Então, e ao mesmo tempo é um verbo que a gente usa muito. Então, é muito importante que você preste atenção aí nesse verbo, conheça bem. So, I ask you again, what's the meaning of verb? Viajar, the first one I showed you. Epa. Okay. So, what's the meaning of this verb in English? Viajar. And this one, ter. How do we say this two in English? So, the next one is poder. Poder. Outro verbo muito usado e que é irregular. Então, aqui a gente tem as formas dele, né? E, por fim, coloquei aqui usar, que aparece rapidamente no diálogo, e o verbo ser. Ok? E aí, gente? Como é que a gente traduz esses verbos? Viajar, ter, poder, usar, ser. O que vocês me dizem? Do you guys know the meaning of these 5 verbs I just showed you? If you do, please write in the comment section, ok? Bom, mas vamos olhar para os artigos. So let's focus now on the articles. So in Portuguese, guys, we have this division among the articles. We have the definite articles and the indefinite articles. The definite articles, they are equivalent in English to, do you guys know? The, okay? So while in English we have the, in Portuguese, this definite article becomes 4 articles. We have a, as, o, and os. This happens because we have a version of the article for the feminine and for the masculine form, and a version of the singular and the plural form. So we always work with this. It's common when we study different classes of words in Portuguese to find these kind of divisions. 4 forms for a pronoun, for an article, because we normally have 2 forms for feminine, 1 singular and 1 plural, 2 forms for plural. For masculine, 1 singular and 1 plural, okay? So it's common to have this. So, how you decide to use a or o? You have to check the noun, which is in agreement with this article. What are you defining? Okay? So if I want to say in Portuguese, the man, then I have to understand the gender and the number of the word man. In Portuguese, let's see this. The man, let's see. Man is homem. Homem is a masculine and a singular word. That's why I have to say o homem. On the other hand, if I have something like, let me think, the tables. Imagine I want to refer to tables. The tables. So like this. Tables. So tables in Portuguese is mesas. Mesa is a feminine word and it's in the plural form. So I'm gonna say as mesas. So that's it. You only have to know the gender of this noun and the number. The number is fine because plural in Portuguese is like most of the times marked by S, but the thing is the gender, right? So words ending in A tend to be feminine, although we have a lot of exceptions. And there's no, of course, there are some words that we can understand that are feminine because of their meaning, like mulher, menina, garota. But some are totally random, like the word table. Why is table feminine? There's no reason for that. So besides knowing that these typical terminations, because we have some typical terminations that indicate feminine word or masculine word, besides this, what I suggest is that you guys try to read, practice listening, listen to so that these become familiar to you. That's the only way, okay? Because as it's something random, you can't like understand the reason why some words are feminine and some are masculine. So um, you can study these terminations, which are typical for each gender. But besides that, the best way is to listen a lot, read a lot in Portuguese to become familiar with this. By the way, guys, we have an article in our website, our blog, where we show you these typical terminations of feminine or masculine words. Do you guys go on in our blog to search for things? Let me know right here in the comment section. If you do, let me know, because if you are not going there, you are missing a lot. We publish there a lot of nice articles explaining some rules, giving examples. So it's really something interesting for you. Safe is saying, prepositions and articles is the worst for me. I have watched that class over and over. So, but before we continue, about the definite articles, are you guys good? Do you guys understand? Is it fine? Do you guys have any question about this first part? Because if you don't, we'll go to the indefinite articles, okay? So let's continue. If you have any questions, you can write. There's a delay between me speaking and you guys receiving the sound, so sometimes it takes a while. Let me see. Mary's speaking. Oi, Mary! Prepositions are always the most difficult when learning a new language. They totally eat my lunch. Mary, I totally agree with you. This is the trickiest thing for me when speaking another language, especially English. For me, it's really, really hard. And you can't like understand the meaning as we do, for example, with conjunctions. I can study and learn that, however, gives a notion of contrast, that in addition gives a notion of addition, and etc. But the preposition, um, we can have an idea of its meaning, but it really depends on the construction, the way the speakers put the words together with others. So there's no literal translation for that. Okay, so let's go for the indefinite articles. Well, indefinite articles, as the name says, are used when you don't want or you can't specify what are you talking about. So in English, the equivalent article would be a or an or some, right? So it's closer to the Portuguese forms, four forms. And again, we have one feminine singular form, one feminine plural form, one masculine singular form, and one masculine plural form. So that's it, okay? Same pattern we had seen before with the definite article repeats here. Uma, umas, uns. Well, again, we are going to decide which article to use depending on the noun which is here, if it's feminine, masculine, singular, or plural. Okay, I'll check that to decide which article I'm gonna use. And I would like to show you guys something that's another pattern in Portuguese. Whenever we have some word ending in M in Portuguese, if this word goes to plural, M becomes N before the S. Pay attention to this. In terms of pronunciation, this doesn't change anything, but in terms of spelling, it's something that will always occur. If you have a word ending in M, in the plural form, M becomes N before the S, okay? So far so good. As Jacob said, do you guys have questions or can we continue? The next thing we are going to see here, if you guys don't have any questions so far, will be pronouns. And I know you guys struggle sometimes with pronouns. So I'm gonna show you how to use them and maybe a way to make it easier for you. Okay, so let's continue. Whoops, guys, I don't know what I'm doing. Let's go. So the pronouns I'm going to show you today are the demonstrative pronouns, because we have a lot of pronouns: subject pronouns, object pronouns, treatment pronouns, as we say in Portuguese, and etc. It goes on. It's an infinite list. But today our focus is this. So the demonstrative pronouns, these ones I'm going to show you, they are equivalent to this or these, okay? Sometimes when you guys study Portuguese, we have like the formal teaching of the language that says that we have este, esta, estas, estes. But these forms, they are very, they are not so much used anymore in Brazilian Portuguese in terms of speaking. They are used for writing formal texts, but like in general conversation, oral speech, people just use esse, essa as to refer to something which is close to them, okay? So that's why I'm saying that they are equivalent to this and these, okay? But again, we have the same pattern as we saw for the articles. So if I want to say this suitcase, suitcase in Portuguese is mala. It's feminine and it's in the singular form. So I'm going to choose essa mala. But if I put it in the plural, then I add s, essas malas. What if I want to say this car? Carro in Portuguese is masculine. So in the singular form, I'm going to say esse carro. But what if I say these cars in the plural form? Then I'm going to say esses carros. Okay? Got it? What do you guys think? So I just saw this question from you, Safe. Neste, nesse. So what I was saying is we don't really use neste, este, isto in oral conversations in Portuguese, in Brazilian Portuguese. And I'm saying this because I know that a lot of students practice with some apps that are very helpful and everything, but they teach you this kind of rules because formally, if you need Portuguese, like to write formally texts, maybe some people need to learn Portuguese to come to Brazil to go to the university or to do a master's, etc. But if it's not your case, if you need a language to speak to people, you don't need this difference because we don't use neste. Let me show you. We don't use these forms. Isto, esta, este, neste. We don't use these. We just use the other form, like isso, essa, esse, nesse. So in communication, oral communication, Brazilians just use this second form, okay? So this is still used in formal contexts, especially writing. And when you see this form here, Safe, I don't know if you were asking about this, for example, nesse. Let me say you see this expression. Nesse caso, você tem que. So in this case, you have to. So nesse is the union of the preposition em plus the demonstrative pronoun esse. Em plus esse becomes nesse. So comparatively with English, this is the same as say in this case. But in English, these two words, they keep separated. And in Portuguese, we have this contraction. We have lots of contractions in Portuguese. We do have a class on this topic in our course for sure. For you guys who are yappers, you can find this class at Hotmart, on Hotmart. And I think we do have a class on this topic here too, okay, on YouTube. So guys, any questions? That's it. So Safe is saying, yeah, you see it when reading things. That's it. So if you read texts, news, literature, you're going to see this. But when talking, people won't really say it in informal contexts, okay? So guys, about the vocabulary we saw in this dialogue, we had these 3 words. Mala, that I mentioned, suitcase. Grande is an adjective, big, and leve means light, okay? The opposite of heavy, okay? Pesado. The expressions amanhã, meaning tomorrow, mas, but, minha, mine, or my. In English, we would have these 2 forms. In Portuguese, just minha. Que ótimo! How great! E is the conjunction, and como. Como can be very different when translating. So let's see the context here in the dialogue. Como é essa mala? Here, Carolina is asking for a description of this suitcase. So she's asking, what's it like? Something like this, the question. Or how is it? Something like this. So we could translate it how, or what is it like? Okay? And perfeito. Perfect. Okay? So let me know, guys. Are you ready for practice? Can we do a nice practice here? What do you guys think? I invite you to do an exercise with me now. Let's go. What do you guys think? Let me see. So I'm gonna need you guys focus now, and also I want to see your answers in the comment section. Okay. So we are going to choose the correct article for these words here. So we are going to think about their gender and their number, meaning if they are in the feminine or masculine form, and if they are in the singular or plural form. Okay? So, ready? Todo mundo pronto? Então vamos lá. Let's go. First word, porta. Porta. Which is the best option here for the definite article? Porta. And I'm gonna ask already about the second one. Aulas. Aulas. What is the correct option? What do you guys say? A porta or o porta? And a aulas or as aulas? Very good, safe. A porta. A porta. That's it. Let me put here. A porta. What about aulas? Very good, Alexia. Tudo bom, Alexia? As aulas. As aulas. That's it, guys. Because porta is a feminine word. A porta. And aulas, it's in the plural form. As aulas. Notice that when we read these two words together, this S, as it becomes an S between vowels, this vowel here and this other vowel, actually the sound is of a Z sound. As aulas. As aulas. Okay? Let's see the next one. Professora. Professora. And then cursos. Cursos. What do you guys say? I think we already have some answers here. So, a professora, very good. Professora is in the feminine form. So, a professora. The masculine form doesn't have this A in the end. And cursos, how do we say cursos? Os cursos. And Jacob already gave us the other answers. So let's check. Os cursos. A mulher. It's not a word ending in A, but because of the meaning, we know it's feminine. And homem. O homem. Okay, guys. This is just a quick practice with words related to simple contexts for us to practice. Okay? Any questions so far? So let's see the other exercises. Very well. I saw that you guys did a great job here with this one. So we're going to fill in the blanks now with the correct indefinite article. So we have these four options, right? Uma, uns, umas. Remember that we have to check the noun that comes after these blanks and see if they are masculine, feminine, singular, or plural. Okay? So let's see the first sentence. Yes, Portuguese é tananã, curso de português online. What do we say here? Which article are we going to put there? And I'm already asking about the second one. Ela tem, tananã, amigas educadas. Amigas educadas. How do we say this? Very good, Mary. Letra A is Yes, português é curso de português online because curso is a masculine singular word. That's why we use What about the second one, guys? Very good. Umas amigas. Ela tem umas amigas educadas because amigas is feminine and it's in the plural form. So we say umas. What about the two last ones? Eu tive, tananã, noite maravilhosa. And the last one, a gente tem, tananã, cadernos para te dar. E aí, gente? Como é que fica agora? Noite e cadernos. What are we going to put for these last two? Safe sem, você pode usar ambos? O curso só? What do you mean safe? You can use two forms here. Let me know. What do you mean here? So, very well, guys. Oops. Uma noite. Noite is a word that can be tricky because it ends in E. And E doesn't mean anything specifically, like A normally is related to feminine words. So noite is a feminine word. Uma noite. Ok? And the last one, a gente tem cadernos. What are we going to use here? Cadernos. Masculine, feminine, singular, plural. What do you guys think? Cadernos. We are going to say uns. A gente tem uns cadernos para te dar. A gente tem uns cadernos para te dar. Okay? Because it's masculine and plural. And now, guys, last activity, okay? We are going to decide which demonstrative pronoun we are going to use in these spaces, in these blanks, okay? So we're going to do the same kind of exercise. We have to think about the word coming after the blank and decide if it's masculine, feminine, singular, or plural to decide about the pronoun. So let's see this first one. Menina é muito inteligente. What are we going to put here? Menina é muito inteligente. And this one. Eles amam brinquedos. So this sentence here means this girl is very smart. And here they love these toys. E aí, gente? Essa menina, very good. Essa menina é muito inteligente. What about the second one, guys? What do you guys think? You have to think about the word brinquedos. Esses brinquedos. Very good, because brinquedos is masculine and plural. So we say esses. Let's see the next two sentences. Vocês conhecem bairro? So do you know this neighborhood? And tananã, carro é velho. This car is old. What are we going to use here, guys? For bairro and carro. Bairro and carro. So check their gender, their number to decide the pronoun. Very good, Mary. Esse bairro. Esse bairro. What about this one, guys? Esse carro. Isso aí. Esse. Eita, nós. Esse carro é velho. And the last two ones, guys. First sentence. Tananã, blusas estão largas. Blusas estão largas. And last one. Tananã é a avenida onde eu moro. Tananã é a avenida onde eu moro. So the reference in this first one is blusas. And in the second one is the word avenida. So what are we going to use for blusas and avenida? Essas blusas, very good. Essas blusas. What about the last one? This sentence, this last one would be something like, This is the avenue where I live. Or this one is the avenue where I live. Something like this. In Portuguese, we make the agreement with the word avenida because I'm referring to it. Essa. Isso aí, guys. We have to say then essa because avenida is a feminine and singular word. So we have to use essa. Guys, was it good for just reviewing this quickly? Of course, we can do a lot of exercise on this topic, and it's a good one because we use these structures all the time. All the time we are saying articles, pronouns. In our communication, this is very, very important. So, I hope you guys have enjoyed this practice. If you like this kind of practice, we can do that more often for you guys so you won't forget how to do this. And I really recommend you guys, if you struggle with these structures, if you're a yapper, you can schedule your one-on-one class with with one of the teachers and practice this to write, to speak, and everything. And also, you can just go on the you can just go to the modules at Hotmart and find these lessons to review these topics too. Okay. Don't worry, Mary. I can type on the phone. Yeah, I'm also like you. I'm always trying to write, to type very quickly, and then it's hard. Don't worry, I got you. Uh, oh, thank you. Great review. Good review for me. Good. Hey, Charles to the bone. I'm glad you liked the review. So, guys, I thank you so much for this time with me. And next week, you guys have more classes to come, more exercises to do to practice all of this. Okay? Thank you so much. And see you soon. Beijo, gente. Tchau, tchau.